everyone. Happy Thursday. We have a wonderful show for you today. We are going to switch things up a little bit because we have our special guest, Jen Kingwell. Well, actually, we have two special guests. I somehow found another Jen to come on the show, and I'm anxious for you to see her and hear her little story that she's going to talk about. But let's invite Jen to come on. And I know some of you are new to quilting, so you may not know Jen, but I think most of you know who Jen Kingwell is. There she is.
Hey.
All right, do we got audio yet? All right, how come I can't hear? All right, say hello, Jen.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. Now I can hear you. All right, so we just kind of shot it out in the dark there that, hey, Jen, you want to come on and talk to people because you are coming here to Primitive Gatherings in August for a huge set of workshops, right?
That's right.
Have you ever done 2 weeks at one shop?
Sorry?
Have you ever done 2 full weeks at one shop?
I don't think so, actually. I think this might be a first.
Yeah, we are so excited for you to come. So just because, like I said, there's some new people here, do you want to just maybe give us a little bit about like what your specialty is, what you're going to be teaching here, kind of, if you can give that, you know, you don't have to tell us every little step, but kind of like the basic lowdown on what you're going to do while you're here.
I can. So I'm a hand piecer and hand worker. So I always believe that if I teach technique and how to do everything instead of just sort of like a specific class on something. So I do teach hand piecing techniques, needle turn applique techniques, hand quilting, and in some of the classes we'll be just talking about creative ways to finish your quilt as well. So those things are sort of covered in most of the classes.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been doing this?
Oh, a long time. Oh, this face tells you how long I've been doing it. A long time.
But some people don't start until they're 50. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I think I made my first quilt when I was 17, so I have been at it for quite some time.
Did you say 15?
17.
Awesome. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I didn't start till about 28, so you got a good
Right.
11, 12 years on me. Okay? But if you don't know Jen, her style is very colorful and whimsical, and it just goes with so many fabulous things. And I just noticed downstairs we have your whole new line, and it had a funny name. What was it called? Something about more lollies or something?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Mixed bag of lollies.
Yeah, mixed bag of lollies. So we just got it downstairs. I just gave a tour to our retreat guests, and it was just whoa, right for everybody to see. And I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do with this. If we're going to save it till Jen comes, or if we're going to be selling it now, I don't really know. But that wouldn't be fair if we had, 2 weeks worth of people come in and we didn't have any of your fabric left, right?
Yeah,
that'd be a bummer thing.
But have to ask Moda for more
and some other things so they can buy that ahead of time of you coming.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're going to do a trunk show for us that is all filled up. We have 75 people already coming to listen to you talk and tell your story. And I know you have some really good stories.
Well, after all those years, you do gather a few funny things along the way, don't you? You know that.
Yeah, there's always funny things, right? There's always. If you can't laugh at those things that happen to us, then you might as well just give up, right?
Exactly.
All the things. Cool. So then one of the classes that we have, it's a scheduled class for Bowie Stars, but I do believe you said that you're going to be doing any of your patterns that they can choose from.
Yeah, look, Bowie Stars is a great one for me to teach because it's got all sorts of techniques in it. I've used English paper piecing in it and just all sorts of different things, but really I don't mind. Most of my quilts include a lot of those techniques anyway, so I'm happy for people to bring any pattern along that they want to work on.
Mm-hmm. All right, do you have any of these, do you have any slides of her projects? No? Okay. So she's doing Bring Me Flowers and bring...
A flyer that has the samples of her things. Do you want me to show that?
show what you got. Yeah, show what you got. So this is some of the things that we have on our flyer. And maybe, Jen, if you can look at the flyer and you can maybe tell us what we're looking at here, if this is a certain class.
If you're talking about the pencil flyer, it's full. So yeah, we got rid of that one.
We don't have it? Okay. All right. No big deal. All right. So you have class, you have the trunk show. That's going to be like the first thing when you come here. And then you have a class called Bring Me Flowers. Is that a class specific to a certain technique, or what does that one kind of tell me about that one?
No, that's just a
class.
It's a quilt. It's just a specific quilt that they're all just little 4-inch blocks, and it's just little flower baskets. That's right. That's it. And you know, there'll be applique in it. There will be, once again, English paper piecing in it, and it is all hand pieced and hand appliqued. So we'll be just working through the techniques on that one and getting all those cute little 4-inch blocks together.
Yeah, and then like here's the close-up of all the blocks. What, you're not going to get bored on this quilt, are you? You're not going to do one thing for a long time. Everything changes fairly quickly here. There's lots of different designs in there that you're going to do. One of my friends just finished one of your quilts too, and it's just so amazing. And she showed it on her bed and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. And then the hand quilting class. Now that one, I think, you know, what was funny is Jess said, you know, I put out a flyer or a little poll on what kind of classes that we wanted to teach when you came here. And it was, I want to do hand quilting. Well, that's when we have the most available spots in. But I'm about the technique that you use for hand quilting. And do you do fine hand quilting, big hand quilting? What
No.
does that look like?
So I'm a big stitch hand quilter. So I use a 12 weight or an 8 weight, excuse me, or an 8 weight thread. So I like to do big stitch, and I like colorful quilting usually. So that one, I don't use a hoop. I quilt in my lap, so it's really, really easy to do. And then in that class, we also cover, that's the class that we cover, like just different ways that you can finish the edge of your quilt when you've completed it as well. So it's a full day.
Traditional binding. You're going to do some non-traditional things.
Yeah, some different things like some facing, and talk about different trims that you can put on the edge of your quilt and things like that.
All right. So it's just not about hand quilting. It's about other things as well.
Yeah, you get a little bonus in that one as well.
Okay, good. And I know I didn't say this previous because I was so excited that you were on and everything already, but Jen is from Australia, and it is like 6 a.m. there, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
it's 6 a.m.
Wipe the sleep out of your eyes. Let's just go, and then we'll get you on first, and then we'll go on from there. But I just wanted to point that out, that she is from exactly where in Australia?
So I live in Victoria, so southeast, right sort of down the bottom near Tasmania.
Okay, so I've never been there yet. Someday, though, I know I'm going to be there.
Come visit, please.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and then Bowie Stars is the class that you can take that you can do this quilt, or you can do any other of Jen's projects that she can help you with. And this one is mostly hand-pieced as well, right, Jen?
Yeah, it is, with a little bit of embroidery in that one. There's a different one on the inside cover that people might want to see. Just lots of the blocks are actually diamonds, just pieced diamonds. And then we set it with some alternate sort of plainer blocks that I just did some embroidery embellishment on. So, but as I said, people can really bring any pattern that they want to work on.
Right. I know. I can't wait to dig my, was it Wednesdale? That's the one I'm doing. That's what I did when you were here last. So I'll come and stitch a little bit at night when you guys are hanging out. But when you see these beautiful quilts, like I'm a traditional quilter, right? That's my forte. But there's just something about these quilts that I am drawn to do because they are so different from what I do. So sometimes you just might want to step out of the box a little bit, and you never know what rabbit hole you're going to get down into. And Jen has lots of templates to go with her. I don't want to open this up, but lots of templates for ease in marking your fabrics. This is the one I'm doing right here.
Yeah, it is.
I
And
love
look,
it.
I
Right?
always
Not
say
me
to people,
distancing it. I do a couple blocks every now and then. I maybe have like 12 done. I don't have that many, but I just do it when I don't want to
yeah.
do anything else.
Yeah, and I think I always say to people, like, even if hand piecing is not your thing, it's a fantastic tool to have in your belt because it's so portable. So you can travel with it. You can do it when you're waiting in the doctor's office or the dentist's, surgery, whatever you're sort of sitting around with a little bit of time that you need to fill in, and you haven't got your sewing machine with you, you can stitch some blocks. And a quilt doesn't have to be made entirely by hand. You can make some blocks by hand and then some on the machine, or you can join the blocks together on the sewing machine. So it's not, I'm not such a Puritan that I say you've got to do the whole quilt by hand. I just think it's a great, it is just another technique and another tool really that you can use to complete something.
Right. It just makes you more diverse. And my audience is good at hand stitching. They are a lot of wool applique people here. So this is
Yes.
just hand stitching without the wool, and you're doing hand piecing and probably some other different techniques, like she said, how she finishes, and bunch of different things. So
Yeah.
cool. All right, so that's all I have for you. I wanted just to go over to your classes quick. I wanted them to say hi. I wanted to see your lovely face. Do we have any more grandchildren in your world since I seen you last?
No, nothing's changed. No, just the dogs. One grandson and two grand dogs. That's my life. So
All right, say hi to Richard for me too.
will
Am
do.
I
Thanks,
is
Lisa.
he going to be in Houston this year?
I'm not coming to Houston this year. I have to have a foot reconstruction, which I'm not looking forward to, but I will have had that, and I'm not allowed to walk on it for 8 weeks. So it sort of puts me out of action for quite a little while. So I won't be at Houston this year. Sorry.
All right.
I'll miss you. I'll miss you.
You'll just have to let us know how that all goes for you then.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks you. It
Okay.
makes my live just extra special, and we appreciate you and all you do to this quilting world.
Thanks, Lisa. Same to you.
All
I'll see you
right, bye
soon. Bye, everybody.
Oh, awesome. Isn't that great? Oh my God. I can't wait till she comes. I can't wait till she comes.
Any clicks where I listen to that accent.
All right. So I am in studio with Kaylee and Heidi and Jessica and another Jennifer. You want to come on right away? I think she's nervous. I'm like, you don't have to be nervous. These are all of our friends. These are all of our friends. Right?
Yes.
I was like, just talk to me. Just talk to me. All right. So Jennifer Ewell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was at the retreat, right? And she's like, somebody says, oh, you got to go talk to Jennifer. Well, first of all, show them what I signed. So she's at retreat. I'll let her talk. I'll shush. Are you mic'd up? Yep. Okay.
Yeah. My friend Jessica, who's a retreat coordinator at Missouri Star, she invited me to come for this retreat for her to celebrate her 70th birthday, which is in August, a few months away, but this was the only spot you guys had open. So I made her this birthday cake quilt and had everyone sign
Yes, look at
the
this.
border blocks.
So I don't know if you caught that or not, but Jen is the retreat coordinator at Missouri Star. All right, so she chose to come to Primitive Gatherings for her birthday celebration. I am very honored about that, just so you know. So I'm going to tell you again, because I want to make sure you heard that, right? But look at what kind of great friends she has here. So we all signed her quilt for her, and then she's going to take it home and quilt it. She said she was going to add one more border, maybe.
Well, I'm going to take it home.
Oh, you're going to do it?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I'm going to do it.
Okay,
So,
but yes, you girls are a bunch of wonderful.
We're
wonderful
having a good time.
You are. My girls say you are the most easygoing retreat they've ever had over there for some reason. I don't know why, but they just said these girls are just so chill. So
they said we're very productive too.
Yeah. They're probably like. All right, so tell us what you are doing that's so special that I had to bring you on.
Okay. Well, this is my first children's book, and it's called The Gift of You, and it has a quilt pattern that goes with it. And so on the pages after the copyright is where you go to get the quilt pattern and to buy the book and other products that I have that go with it.
Okay.
And my first retreat 3 years ago at Missouri Star, where I met Jessica, I made, let's see if it's upside down. Yeah, it's upside down.
There we go.
I made this quilt, and I just did what I do at home, but I didn't realize it was special because you quilt by yourself most of the time. And so I got the center part done, and then the next morning I added the borders, and their team asked to interview me about it. And so I thought when I started that I would start with this pattern, and it goes with the book.
Right. So the book is all about like when you were born, and it goes through about how special
Babies.
you are and stuff like that. And then it's about like, you know, what are you going to be? Are you going to be, I'm just making this up, like a postman, or are you going to be a quilt maker? Oh, imagine that, right?
Yeah, I had to throw that in.
Yes, of course you did. So it's a really fun little book, and she signed it. I'm going to read it to my grandchildren as well. But so you have this goes on. So let's just bear with us here for a minute. So this is the quilt that kind of started it all, right? Right. And I just want to say that Jen's been through some like very severe family tragedy. So this is what has come in the aftermath of praying about it. Like, what am I going to do? She said she had 4 kids at home, and 4 days later she had none. You know, they all went, poof, all right. And then she found herself by herself after having to take care of 4 kids.
I have 5 total.
Okay.
And the 2 oldest were already out of the house. But during COVID, we went from just having our youngest to then the 2 boys came back. One from Ghana MTC, he was doing his mission in Africa and had to be evacuated. And then the other one was up at school in Utah. So within a few days of each other, the boys came home. And then 2 months later, everyone left within 4 days of each other. And I was just, whoa, this is going to be reality soon. What am I supposed to do with myself? So I prayed to know what my next chapter was. And it took 1.5 years of tragedy before I started getting the answers. Right. So this was part of the answer. I talked to a funeral for my brother-in-law was the second part of the answer. And I have 16 books written now. This is the first one being published.
So she's got this one in hardcover, and she said she had 16 more.
15 more.
15 more. Okay.
The second one is in illustration right now, and it's called Who's Your Hero? And it's about Jesus.
Aww.
And so I'm excited for that one.
Good.
And I'm hoping we can get fabric license for that one, because the quilt pattern that I did for that, the center of the blocks is the illustrations from the
All right.
the book.
So speaking of merchandise. All right.
I went a little
I'm like,
crazy.
so what do y'all got in there? And she starts pulling stuff out. So I'm just amazed at how well this new author is merched up. Okay. I'm a little impressed about that. Okay.
Okay. So this is the more boyish version.
So she says not everybody's going to be able to make a quilt. So,
or has the time before the baby's going to be born. So there's this one that's the original one from the book, the exact coloring. And then this one I did more boy colors.
And it's just fleece, right?
Yeah, it's minky. It's
minky?
so soft.
Yes.
I love these. And there's actually 3 sizes of these. This is just the baby one. There's a 50 by 60 and a 60 by 80. And then...
So this would be like the perfect shower gift.
Yeah.
The book, the little
Baby
snuggly.
shower
If they
bundle,
can't
yeah.
make the quilt, they can buy the fleece one.
And then we got little onesies. And I tried to give people options. My husband thinks I went crazy and did too many options, but you know,
that's okay.
women like options when they're shopping. So
toddler,
and I think this one's a youth size. And I don't have any adult ones with me.
Okay.
But
no worries.
yeah, and the short sleeve and long sleeve with the onesies, and we went a little crazy. But
what else you got in there?
Then I've got
mugs,
these.
or drink things.
Yeah, these and journals, and I have those in a couple of different. Oh, here's the other water cup, because moms have to drink a lot of water. And then the journal.
All right.
Both ways.
Cool. So cool.
So
You know how I love to promote people and just to give them a little push, maybe, you know? So Jen said that she's got a little, if you want to go to her website, maybe you got a baby shower coming up, maybe you want to grab this book, make the little quilt. Anything that you see here is all available on your website.
Mhm.
All right. So
Plus more.
there it is, desertpin.com. Is that right?
Yep.
All right. And then she's also on Instagram.
Yeah.
What is that?
Jen's Desert Pincushion Quilts with underscores instead of spaces.
Okay, there it is. There it is. We got you.
Yay, thanks.
So I just wanted to bring her on just to, you know, show people what you can do, right? So she's, you know, a lot, you know, she's traumatized, right? She's praying like, what am I going to do? And it all comes to her that she needs to write and just get her feelings out and look what she's done. Isn't that amazing? I just think it's awesome.
And I love the retreat center. It's awesome. Good. I am so excited to be here. It's been a great week so far.
Good.
We have a few more days and trying to get stuff done. But thank you so much for having me on.
No
I was
problem.
so nervous.
She's like,
I got this. I'm
like, you want to come on live? She's like, I'm like, yes, you do. Say yes.
Here I am.
Well, you know, a couple hours. I gave her a couple hours at least, right? Because today we're at 3 for Jen, you know, for Australia. So we weren't coming on at 4 in the morning instead of 6.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. So see, it wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh, and there's a
oh yeah, she gave me a discount.
Discount code PG10.
Yeah,
we'll
she's
get
got
you 10% off, and then $100 gives you free shipping. So
there you go. All right, so great. And then if you want them to sign it, I'm sure they can sign them too, right?
Yeah, send me. There's a way to contact me on there. You can just send me a message and say, hey, this is me. This is who I want you to sign the books to.
I can't wait to see where it goes.
Thanks.
Yeah, you should be at Quilt Market.
I know. Maybe
next time, right?
Yeah.
Next time. I mean, look at, she's got all the stuff. Who doesn't want this for their baby? Speaking of babies, can I say it or no? Oh, these new moms and families, I got to keep everything a secret until there's a new baby in town. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think one of these is going to find its way to that little baby. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for coming on and not being scared. These are all your friends. That's what I tell you. They're all our friends.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Take care. All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Wasn't that fun to do the dessert first? Now we got to go back to the salad course. No one wants a salad.
People that do that on purpose, they ain't right. Michael's that way. He eats his salad last. I'm like, man, what is this?
All right, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to go back to your retreat. Whatever you want to do, girls, no worries, no worries. All right, so just to recap that a little bit, you want to go to both Jennifer's website to see what they're all about, find out more information about them. Jen is coming in August of this year, and we're looking to fill all her classes to the hilt. So we show her how much love we have here in Wisconsin. Speaking of love, look at that quilt behind me, right? You're all losing your minds over it. I know, right? So literally quarter inch. They must have been 3/4. Jessica's kind of making this on and off, I think. But isn't it sweet? We had to, you know, pull it out of the cover, hang it. Everybody's like, what are we going to show? What are we going to show? I'm like, let's do an antique. And then that one caught my eye. But isn't it lovely? So if you want to start off with like a 3/4 inch center and then 1/4 inch or 3/4, you're always cutting. So that would be 1 1/4 inch cut square in the middle. And then, hey, knock yourself out. You're going to be working on that for a while, right? Jess was like, yeah, we all have those. Jess, we all have those that we've started and not, you know, like just set aside for a little bit. She's going to show me something here. Oh, well, sorry. Hang on a minute. We'll get it. All right. How come your phone is so dark? Do you have one of those brightness things on here?
I don't think so. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Hang on. I'll brighten it up. So settings. Is it
on that
under
top anyway. It
brightness
should be
right
in
here?
right in the main settings.
Now you'll be able to see. Girl. Is it under photos or where was it?
Yes.
All right. Photos. And find it again.
Careful looking through her photos.
Yeah. Careful. We don't want to see it. All right. Kaylee, can you come on?
No, it's too bright.
No, it's too bright. Well, anyways, this is how far Jessica is. Just so you know.
A few more, but they weren't. Yeah.
Yeah. And they are much prettier than what I'm seeing on my screen.
Slightly turn it to the side.
Side?
Turn it towards you a little bit. Nope, towards you. Keep going. There, kind of there.
There it's kind of dark now. All right, so the blocks are like what, 4 or 5 inches? Yeah, so lots, you know, those little bitty pieces you have left, that's what they're gonna do. I love bringing the quilts out of the vault. This one will never go anywhere. This is always a good one. Okay, so we're going in reverse of our show here. And yes, we did not forget about picking winners last week. As soon as we hit the camera off, we're like, oh crap, we didn't announce the winners. So we have some Easter Bunny caramels and some patterns in the charm packs. We have some good prizes this week that we are going to give out. But we did have the winners from last week. So even though you might be not on here today, you probably could have won last week if you were on. All right, so let's talk about Unity. Our Unity week 13 is Mary Jo Nordvik. You are the winner, Mary Jo. So Heidi's going to send you a prize for that. And then speaking of Unity, I got some lovely little cards in the mail here. So we have, and then let's talk a little bit about your postcards that we so love getting. We need to know where you're from. Okay, we need to know. Sometimes you don't put that on here. And what we do want to know, so this one says, when not working at the flower fields, I want to go work with her just for the day. I just want to go in there. This looks like, I don't know where this is. Is this California?
Yeah, it's up in the corner if she doesn't.
Yeah, she's from Oceanside, California. When not working in the flower fields, I'm participating in the Unity Quilt Along. Can't wait to see all the people who send in postcards. Thank you, Miss Holly Shaw, for this beautiful card. If I'm in California again, which I will be someday, you're going to bring me to the flower field. Because I got a feeling that they must bloom all year round there.
They could.
Right? We get flowers all year round. Cut flowers. In the grocery store, they're coming from somewhere. And then Heidi has pointed out, because look what Heidi has done.
Ta-da.
There you all are on this beautiful map. So find your state. Even though we do not have somebody from every state, we have Alaska and Hawaii for sure. So Pam from Hawaii and Sharon and Gordon. I assume that, you know, he's just on there because, but hey, maybe Gordon watches us too. But she is from Alaska. So look at these beautiful postcards,
So, yeah,
Hawaii and Alaska.
We have some slacking states, I have to point out.
Yeah,
I think
so
it's,
we have some
Georgia.
slacking states. New Mexico, nobody. All right.
Georgia.
Wyoming, we have 1. And then Montana, 1. I bet you that's Debbie Chappelle. Nevada, that's Vegas.
Too busy gambling.
That's
You'll
you.
have to send us a card.
No Mississippis, no Alabamas, no Georgias, no North Carolinas,
Really?
no South Dakota, and I don't know about all these little ones up here. Vermont is a no. Delaware is a no. And it's funny because I have this cousin in Delaware. I have this cousin in Delaware.
Busted.
Cousin Mary. She's not doing Unity. I think she is, but she's not doing it 1 inch. She's doing it like 3 inch. Because, you know, she's got to be a rebel. All right.
So 2 of those, I mean, we have 2 that could have pins on the board.
Oh yeah, I'm getting to that next.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe I have a couple other things here. She's giggling already. All right. So is this what was in here?
No,
This
those are
is
two
different.
separate ones that don't have any like.
So we
even
don't know who these people
identifying-
are.
except for the post office they went through. And
Right.
That's not
So
accurate.
this one is from Raleigh, North Carolina. That's the post office it went through where it got stamped. But I don't know if this is where you're from. So if this is your postcard,
Email
we
me.
need a name and a state.
or just a city and a state. I don't even need
Yeah.
your name.
Or
Just-
you know, whatever you want to do. You don't have to put your full name if you don't want to. This is a cool quilt. All right. So we can't put a pin in for this one.
we have
all
an
right.
idea of
We're
where this one came
assuming
from. Yeah.
this one came from Idaho. It's a potato. Okay. And it says Primitive Gatherings, best gift ever. So somebody put some sort of transfer, like this is in the potato. Like, I don't know how.
It's like I think they pushed the shellac
Yeah.
code or
It's a unity. It's some
Much more
unity
just-
blocks on a potato.
what does it say? on
I know
the
what
first
happens to a potato if you leave it too long. Stinks up the whole joint.
one? Oh, it's some of the worst.
But who did this?
what does it say?
It says Unity stitch along potato for attention.
And they got it,
You
but
got the attention,
they didn't get their pin.
but we need to put the potato pin on here. Do we have Idaho? Did I say Idaho? We only got
I think there's one in Idaho.
2 pins in Idaho. So maybe it's 3 with the potato pin.
Maybe if they actually let me know where they're from, I'll make a
Yeah.
special pin.
So
that
if you
has a
want to
potato
send
on it.
Heidi a email of where you're from, we can put a pin in for the potato. All right. Yeah, we're gonna plant this. See if we can see if more quilt
We're
blocks
gonna
come
start
up.
getting all sorts of produce.
And we'll throw
quilts
some
out
of our
in the
little
mail.
quilt seeds in there. So thanks for the fun. This was awesome.
Bonnie Emmons says, put an apple in with your potato and it will last longer.
Well, I didn't know that. All
I was
right.
today years old. Victoria.
Okay. This is like opening right here. Oh no, she opened it for me.
I thought that one was pretty
All
cool.
right. Oh, courage. She's got some ladies here. Lisa and crew. It took courage for me to start Unity Quilt Along. Loving it. Tamara. I'm not gonna say her last name, but isn't this a cute card? You're not going to regret joining Unity. It's going to be so much fun. And like I said, I don't know. There was a lot of conversations going on about whether I should reveal that quilt or not. Guess you'll find out if I do or not. Yeah, and somebody's like, well, why don't you do a special live at a special time? And then those who don't want to know the mystery don't have to watch it. And it doesn't even have to be here. Like I could be at home, go on Facebook Live at such and such a time and be like, here it is. And then nobody can post it anywhere, but you will know, especially because some of you are losing your minds over, is my quilt going to turn out? I promise you, there is no way your quilt is not going to turn out unless you pick some weird fabric that is way out of the realm of how we steered you. No matter what you pick, this is going to be a great quilt. And the key is, if you like the color that you picked, like you love that color, you're going to love your quilt. All right? Cool. Do I have any questions while I take a little drink here?
They want to know who's having the baby.
Who had the baby?
She's not ruining that.
I can't tell.
No.
I'm only the grantee. That's all I'm saying. I'm the grantee. So you figure it out. Bet you can't. All right. So I got to do some announcements. I got to pick winners. What else do I have to do today?
People are asking what is the official count on Unity. I haven't counted it in a minute, but
Not enough.
Right. And the last time
There's no way. I know we sell like 300 and some charm kits. We don't have 300 postcards.
Right. The last time I counted it was just over 100, but I know for a fact that it's over 125 as of today. So
Mhm.
keep sending them in.
So it's not too late. All right.
I mean, how many weeks do we have left? Lots.
Get off your butt. Just, when you're going to the mailbox, get a stamp. We all have them forever stamps that have been in the drawer for a long time.
It's not me.
It's not Jess.
It's not me.
Impossible for me.
No, it's not. No, it's not Jess. You guys are so funny. No, we had to buy Jess's baby.
No, we did not.
I'm only kidding. I always tease her.
Oh boy.
Besides, Jess has got her hand full. She got a baby puppy.
4 legs.
She is a new mama for the baby puppy.
He's a
Tucker,
handful.
you met him last time, right? Right?
How about Heidi? There you go, Heidi.
Heidi.
It's just about as possible for me as it is for you. There, if it's me, I'm
No.
going to that hospital.
They
Tell
do
you
not
what.
work here. Okay, they do not work here. But
Nobody upstairs.
nobody upstairs.
We're all
Okay.
over here like, "Ugh," except for Kaylee who wishes it was.
I know.
All right. Where did Peggy's list go of things I had to talk about? All right. So a couple other little announcements quickly. Peggy will not be here to do announcements. That's the first announcement on the list. We have a Sip Sew Shop and Stay in May, the 12th and the 13th. If you want to hang out for the day, 2 days of sewing, one night, $200. Beautiful, beautiful way to come and see if you want to stay here. And it is in the spring. And I think we do a fun little mug for you. And what else do we do? Tumbler. That's what's, excuse me. All right. And then July 14th and 15th is another opportunity for Sew Shop and Stay. Sip Sew Shop and Stay. So hard. And that one has some spots available as well. The July coat class is full. The August one has only one spot. So we're on the coat class. One spot in the August class and a couple of spots in the October class. We are closed Saturday and Sunday for Easter, so all my staff can celebrate with their families. They don't need to be here. They need to be at home, whatever they celebrate, doing whatever that is. Then we have Rug Hooking Club, and that is May 4th. We have Sit and Stitch on May 5th. On May 7th, we have Cross Stitch. And then on May 12th, we have Featherweight Club and Bernina Sewing. Those two we run together. Then also May 21st, we have Wool Club. I did all these already. All right. Then we also have the cruise coming up in 26, which we'll talk about 26 more times. So I'm not really worried about that one. And that's it for announcements. Now we're going to pick some winners. We got some spring patterns and some caramels for you today that Heidi went down. So we have a bunny pincushion. We have Like Mother, Like Daughter, some bunnies. We have another little bunny hanger. Happy Easter. We have nibbles and happy gnomes. So we have 6 because we didn't pick them last week.
Hey Lisa,
Yes.
before we do that, we have some people asking how Barb is doing after her surgery.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, and I have she posted a picture in Stitch. So
There she is.
We
She's
sent her some
actually
flowers.
doing really good. She got her flowers from Primitive Gathering. She's showing. She got a little haircut there. I
Yeah,
don't
she
remember her.
looks-
She must have got a surgery haircut.
They shaved her head
She-
while she was
yeah,
on.
she's like, I don't know. I'm gonna make sure I don't have to get a haircut in the middle of my rehab. So I think there's good news. I think they were thinking that maybe she would have to go to rehab, but she's not. She's at home. So Barb, we want you to get better so you can come back here and teach us all those good things that you know.
And then one quick question about Jen's classes, just real quick.
Yep.
Wendy asks, she says she's never hand quilted before, but she signed up for Jen's hand quilting class. Is this a beginner class or will she be in over her head?
No, it is definitely a beginner class. And when you get your supply list of what maybe it's something that, maybe, I don't know if she's going to sandwich there or she's going to sandwich ahead of time. She'll give you instructions on that.
I think they sandwich there.
Okay.
at the retreat.
All right. So I think you bring your quilt top. She shows you how to baste, that type of thing. All right. So you'll learn anything you probably want to learn and more because that's what those classes are like. Can you pop up my cruise flyer? Some questions I see about the cruise. There is a name, I think it's Christy or Chris Mobley. So you will call her and you will talk to her about the cruise. If you have any questions about the cruise that Edita and I are teaching in March 1st through the 8th of 26, bring your husband, bring whoever you want. It'll be lots of fun. And what we do, if you're unfamiliar with a quilting cruise, is when we are at sea, that's when we have classes during the day. And then at night, you're on vacation. And then when we're at port, you're on vacation as well. But if you want to sew the whole time you're on the cruise, the classroom usually is open, the conference room that we have. So just call and make sure if you want to know if you can sew more than just on sea days. Somebody had that question for me yesterday, but I will have to call and find out. But if you know, let me know too. And I want to apologize today about yesterday. We tried to do our Thread and Thrive Zoom, but Zoom was out all over the world. So we didn't get to do our Zoom meeting yesterday.
There still are a couple of people that I have invites out to that Thread and Thrive group, but they are not responding to that invite. I don't know if they're not seeing it or whatever. Again, if you are thinking that you're in the group and you haven't seen a lot of activity, get a hold of me because you're probably in the wrong group.
Right. Yeah. So what we're trying to say is that Thread and Thrive, you had to contact Heidi so she could get you into the Facebook group so we could do the Zoom meetings and you get all the notifications and all the fun stuff. People are in there every day, being accountable, trying to live their best lives, trying to be the best they can be. And it's really nice because we started a Zoom meeting. We've had 2 already, and we're meeting our people, and you find somebody that maybe is in the same state as you, same situation as you, and maybe you need somebody to walk with. We will help facilitate that as much as we can. Oh, what does this say? I called Chris, but she said the cruise was full. I was so bummed. Oh, I didn't know that. Get yourself on the waiting list. Life changes. It's a year away. All right. Any other questions before we go? Oh, will you be getting more Unity background fabricated? No, Darla, we are not. They didn't make any more. You just can pick any. Pick one. You want me to go down and buy and chop some bolts down there and say?
Probably yes on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some substitutes if you want, or call down there and tell us what color you want. I will personally pick one out for you. Okay.
And I've noticed that a lot of people are posting what they found for a substitute in the Stitch group. So if you're curious, just go back and look at some of those posts and get ideas from what everybody else is posting. Yeah. A lot of them are real similar.
Yeah. And I would do a small print. I would do something that reads solid from a distance, right? Or, like when you see it from far away, it's going to look solid. That's why I don't want you to do something very busy. You don't want busy. You want something very serene. Does not matter what color it is. All right? Not at all. Okay? Yay. See, we got Nancy from Black River Falls, Wisconsin, and this is her first time on live. Welcome.
Do you bring your own sewing machine on the cruise?
I don't know. Sometimes the cruise will supply them for you. Roseanne has a shop and she will bring the machines on. I'm probably teaching wool. I don't really know yet. I don't have to have my projects till September. So that's when those of you who are doing the cruise, that's when you will find out what we're doing. I don't know. To me, it's easier without one. I'd rather do hand stitching. And a lot of times on cruises, we'll do a pre-cut. We are meeting with somebody at H&H who pre-cuts for us, so we'll be talking more about that. And we want to do more pre-cut kits here at Primitive Gathering, so hopefully they can do that for us. So how many of you would pay an extra $5, $10 if your quilt kit was cut for you? Let us know that, because we might do some of that. We're not getting any younger, right, girls? So... And I just want to shout out before I forget, if my DBFF, my dog best friend, Bo. Hey, Bo. Kisses.
Do you see Mary Palmer is on? She's the one that does the unboxing videos for us. She said thank you very much. She's picked up over 300 followers.
Yay! Good, Mary. See, we all about helping everybody out. Whether you're writing a new children's book about quilting or about how special they are and putting a little quilting vibe in there with that book, or if you are starting a blog or whatever, we're here to help you share all of the quilting love. All right, our winners right here. I didn't forget. So is there any particular ones that are from that? It don't matter. It don't matter. All right, here we go. Lorraine Gaffney, Darla Rice, Dion Williams, Julia Cummings, Denise Stewartson, and Chiquita Pearson. You are all of 6 of you are our winners from this week and 3 from last week. We sure appreciate you hanging out with us here at Primitive Gatherings, where every stitch tells a story. And happy Easter, everyone. Bye now.